All right, I've been given the green light to go. So let's get back to the action. I hope that you enjoyed the session break. Nice little woo-saw moment because let me tell you right now, we're about to turn up the heat. We are turning up the heat. You're going to feel the roar from the Lion City. We are back in Singapore. We are halfway through the first day of the main draw. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Kyle Montgomery, aka the voice of 3x3. I'm here with my partner in crime, Angelo Sakarakis, aka the Czar. Some competitive games in both genders competitions so far. Women's pool A and C, men's pool B and D. We got 6 more games to go, and we will find out the first 2 teams for each gender's competition to lock down spots in the quarterfinals, which will begin on day number 5. Vietnam, our first look at them. We saw Singapore earlier against Japan. That was a bad loss for them. They are up against the wall, their backs that is, against this Vietnamese team who we saw in the qualifying draw with the V and Me Truong twins. They are truly a problem. Oh, yes. And we will see exactly what they bring. They were undefeated in the qualifying draw. They come out in the red, and Vietnam look poised. Singapore, what they do have is the home crowd behind them, Angelo, which, yes, they do. You know, the 5th man, so to speak, 5th man, 5th woman. I want to be respectful. The 5th fan. The 5th fan, that's more like it. That's more politically correct. Supporting them, that energy team seem to feed off of it. Does that give them a boost here, or is Vietnam too talented?
I think it will give them a boost spiritually, but it's not going to be enough, unfortunately, in my very humble opinion, Kyle. Because at the end of the day, can you match up defensively with the Megatrons? I don't know. They're just that skilled, and it's not about just the story of the twin sisters, Kyle. There is talent all throughout that roster. All 4 performers will bring up the heat. All 4 performers are capable shooters. They will drive.
Great point.
They will play great defense. And if you're trying to just focus on the twins, think about it. The last game for Vietnam, who was the star? You got to think of number 13, Kyle.
Well, number 13 and number 9. Yeah, Thu Hong,
yeah,
for sure.
Thu Hong for sure.
But Tia Dui as well. They played well, but you're right. Number 13 was the star. To me, that looks better. It looks more menacing for Vietnam because the focus is always going to be on the Truong twins because they are so dangerous. We're talking about WNBA talent. Yes. Storied collegiate careers at Gonzaga. We understand that. But when you realize that the other 2 on that squad are also hoopers too. Oh, they're ballers. If given the opportunity.
Well, you know what the problem was, and we talked about it during the broadcast, is they kind of got caught up just playing one-on-one ISO ball, and they were just watching the sisters going to work, and it didn't work out. They were tired. They didn't knock down shots.
That last game was not impressive at all. They won.
And the last 3 minutes, they kind of reverted back to playing the game as a team, and that's when the flow came back, and it was a monster performance. The main problem that I have for Singapore, you already had a hard time matching up with Fatumanana. You had a hard time matching up with speed and talents in the first game. Can you find a way defensively to do what you need to do to make it an interesting one?
Well, look at this venue here at OCBC Square. We got a packed house. I gotta get the total attendance here because there's a lot of people here checking out this action as we get back to it. Session 2 is underway. Welcome, the voice in the Czar rocking with you. Singapore on the floor. Get that out of here. Defense on the inside from Singapore. Can they turn it into offense? Already open with the opening score. But they face a menacing Vietnam team coming out of the qualifying draw undefeated.
If you want to have any chance as Team Singapore, you need to literally let the horses go. Play freely, make good passes, be opportunistic, and believe in yourself, because here, it's going to be very, very soon that you're going to hear the Vietnamese fan going wild if you let and allow the twin sisters as the stars on that squad get going.
You don't want to let them get loose.
Right.
It could be over very quickly. And again, we noticed right off the bat, we didn't know that there was WNBA talent with the twins and the collegiate history of both.
Yes.
But we noticed immediately, said, whoa, they're very rounded, very seasoned, very calm. The way they play is a little bit different.
Right.
When you have that caliber of talent, that echelon of talent, when they're clicking, I don't know if anybody beats them. When they're clicking, Singapore have to find some advantages. If they can build a big lead early and kind of get Vietnam uncomfortable, I think that's their best advantage. We'll see what happens.
You know what you want to do? You want to make Vietnam doubt itself. You want to make Vietnam double guess its choices offensively. Kind of like what happened in the last game in the qualification draw. So the main aspect now is for Vietnam to not shoot itself in the foot. There you go, nice move, but you got to finish though.
Yeah, off the mark, 1-0 it stays, Singapore. Downhill attack. That foul is on the floor. It'll be the second on Vietnam, who are dazzling.
A very focused defense, Kyle, can give a lot of trouble to this Vietnam team, but it requires 10 minutes of full focus.
Full force, full steam ahead. Singapore, by the way, a direct qualifier as the host, your 6th seed. Throw the seeds out of the window. We ain't growing nothing around here.
There you go. You see, that's what you need to see more. That's what you need to see more for Team Vietnam. Just a little bit more patience initially. Get the ball moving around a little bit, collaborate, get some handoff action, two-lady action. You're going to have the nice reads from the Trong sisters, and then you become unpredictable. You put the defense on its heels, becomes another game.
They're unpredictable. I couldn't resist it. No, you should have gave, instead of the baseline, you should have gave me a womp, womp, womp.
No, because you know I got your back. I'll go with you.
Even when it ain't good.
Yes, that's a foul.
Contact on the way up for sure. Jermaine will draw it. Singapore, who had trouble with the Japanese speed in an opening main draw loss.
Kyle, I don't remember. Did we paint the picture of what goes down with a win for Vietnam right now? They already punched their ticket to the quarterfinals. They would knock Singapore out officially of the tournament.
Yep.
And already have the first goal accomplished.
Chuang will have to try again after the one-legged fader missed. 2-ball on the way, off target. Keep an eye on the 2-point shooting for Singapore. It could make or break them. Good
Look at that defense.
Yeah, great defense. Too fast, but
not furious enough.
Yeah, not enough touch on the layup attempt as it goes begging. Jermaine.
Oh, what a great
Ain't
first
asking for nothing but a bucket. I'll take that. 2-1 Singapore, trying to ride the wave of energy here at the OCBC Square to a victory in this 10-minute sprint to 21. Where are you going?
Hey, I'll tell you one thing, Kyle. Singapore is in the just of things right now. They're doing things the way they're supposed to be competitive defensively.
Still very early, 2.5 minutes into the game.
Yeah, but you're paying attention to details, and the aggressiveness is remarkable.
Yes. I do agree, even the foul is called there, even though a foul is called there. You got to like the defensive intensity and effort.
Yes.
That you're seeing from Singapore, certainly understanding the stakes in front of them, which is
do or die.
Yeah, it's win or go home. Intercepted. Lydia spins, finds the cutter, and it's in. Choi Ting Tang. Maybe a little overzealous trying to get that steal, as Singapore had to be very careful because that is the 5th foul, Angelo. 5th foul. And we haven't even reached the first media timeout. One more to give for Singapore. They lead it by 2, but the foul situation often has a huge impact late in the game.
Yeah.
That is a foul. No question about that.
You want me to tell you something kind of funny? If you're looking at all aspects of this game, I've rarely seen Coach Lazic as animated on the sideline. is all in. He wants his girls to perform. He wants to shock everyone because that would be an upset win for sure. Vietnam goes in this game, even though they come out of the qualifying draw, they come out as favorites in this matchup. So Singapore competing to this level right now is already a big win, because when you remember the matchup with Japan, there was no game.
Yeah.
There was no competitiveness that was satisfactory if you're Singapore playing at home.
Yes.
It is a response that is appropriate right now.
A big win through 3 minutes. But there's so much time left in this game as Vietnam pull within 1. The little short J from Kaylin Thao V Chuong. One half of a dynamic duo with twin sisters. I saw a cool thing on our Instagram, by the way. It's at FIBA 3x3. And they asked both twins the same questions. They said, hey, give us
Nice.
Give us the pose. The pose is the same.
Give us a number.
A number 1 through 10. They picked the same number. So they are certainly in sync, right?
The
As
connection
twins
is
normally
real.
are. Yes, the connection is real. Singapore, however, do hold the lead right now.
And Singapore is doing something really well. They're patient enough offensively to make the Vietnam defense break down. So they got some easy layups because of those collabs and the willingness to go about the screen and roll with the patience to maybe re-screen if necessary, and it's paying off right now.
Kaylee, the 2024 WNBA draft pick, is good at the line. Quick drive, aggressive, but comes up empty. 2 ball on the way. All in her face like Noxzema. Don't play around when Kaylin Thao V puts that rock in the air. My goodness. Jermaine up top. She'll get the possession started for Singapore, who will have to match the firepower of the Vietnamese.
They need to go back to that screen and roll action that made them very successful, but watch out, because the heat is about to be brought up.
V to me to V. It's the sister assisting her. That's an assister. Jermaine, too long.
Telling you, Kyle, if Singapore wants to keep scoring, they need to go about attacking through screen and rolls, fake handoff actions, and that kind of stuff.
I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I think that Singapore are going to have a really difficult time winning this game. It's 8-4 right now. Unless they can catch fire from long range, I think that's the great equalizer in this matchup. I never know.
Well, the fire is somewhere else right now.
Forget everything I just said.
Well, the fire is somewhere else, but if you give open shots, there you go. You see two-lady action?
Yeah, broken up,
translates
though.
to positive things, Kyle.
Yeah.
You have to go there, because right now, defensively, they're making a lot of mistakes covering the screen and roll. And if you get away from it, you get away from your best weapon offensively so far.
Yeah, but KTVT came in there and broke it up. Leaves 3.5 seconds left. And, you know, while Singapore put forth a pretty good fight, that 2 would help. I just don't know if they have enough offense to match up with them. Individual talent matters. That's kicked out for a wide open shot.
Guess what? All 4 of them can shoot that rock. All 4 of them.
Was that Dai Tie Thi?
That was Yun.
Okay, yep. That foul will be now the 8th on Singapore, so
Kyle.
it goes from bad to worse.
Yeah, and the reminder is what? Team Vietnam, they got 4 ballers, all 4 of them. Let's not get caught up talking about the twins too much, because at the end of the day, if the twins defer a little bit more, that makes the team that much better. That much better. Think about it. Nguyen, she's a shooter. Let's not even talk about Hong Tuo. Hong Tuo has been really good. Probably the best player in last game for Vietnam. So think about it. goes up real fast the moment there is a flow in that offense.
They're very wealthy when it comes to talent.
Yes.
And not many teams have the luxury to have that much talent where you can, it's eeny, meeny, miny, mo. You can pick one of the four and they all will give you buckets. They'll give you buckets like a long night at the bar. Do you understand what I mean by that? That's how dangerous this Vietnam team is.
Yeah. But Singapore did a lot of good stuff, Kyle. The problem is they're going away from it.
I don't want to hear it because it's 15-4 and it happened in a blink. Literally.
That's what happens when you play a very talented team. You know that. If you break down 1 second, you pay the price for it.
Oh, look at the twins. Sharon, the cookie. That one does not go down, but I don't know if I see this one going the limit. I really don't. It's 4 minutes to play.
It's not going to go the limit, but
look at the defense. This is more like the Vietnam team that we saw in the first 2 pool play games as opposed to the last. They let their foot off the gas, didn't play their best, but now they're in their groove pretty well. Look at that ball, kept alive, up fake, fade away, no good that time.
Move the ball around.
Shoots and twos. Now,
you got to pass that rock down low.
I don't think you get. Oh, why'd you cross it like that? Why'd you see? Angelo, I know. Singapore, they're playing at home.
Brother, trust me.
You'd like to see this. You'd like to see the home team put forth a good fight, but sometimes you just have to face reality.
Brother, trust me.
This Vietnamese team.
No, it's better. It's more talented,
the better
deeper.
Team.
I know. But
forget about their last QD game. Forget about it. This is the team that is truly representing their capability.
Of course.
This is a runaway win.
Oh, I am not denying that by any means, but I'm saying that Singapore is not keeping up with the game plan that made them competitive initially offensively, because defensively they broke down. That's fine.
Yes,
There's too much talent.
But that was Japan. And Japan are dangerous, but I don't know if Japan are as dangerous as... Not able to finish it off. Baseline, Jay, off iron. Singapore. If there's any hope for them to get back in this game, it has to start now. That won't help. 4 to shoot. This 2 would help if she can hit it. Oh, she draws the foul.
Yep.
Stops the clock. Stop the clock, so that...
Kyle, I'm telling you, offensively, don't play one-on-one against more athletic and better defenders. You have to do what made you at least a factor in the game. Play that pick and roll action, go for the second collab, fake handoff, go back to the pick and roll. That's how you got wide open layups. But if you want to play one-on-one and chuck up deuces at the same rate than much better shooters, obviously you're going to give them wide open shots and you're going to suffer the consequences.
I understand. I want you to look up a term called cognitive dissonance at the end of this game. That means when you're presented with undeniable truth in front of you, fail to accept reality.
No, the reality is there.
And I love Singapore. Incredible city. They're making strides, but they will not have any chance in this game. Vietnam is not slowing down, man. They got 4 points to go. Good effort for Singapore, but this year is not meant for them against this Vietnamese team. Light work. It's light.
Sorry, Kyle. One pick and roll gives you the free throws. I'm just saying. It's just that simple, man.
All right. Yeah, I just want y'all to listen. I'm trying to bring Angelo back down to reality. I know.
Now, if you're thinking that I would hope or I was conceiving a Singapore win, we're not going there.
I know you're not going there. Like, we don't root for any team.
No, we don't root, but I'm just saying.
We want good 3x3.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you.
We both knew coming into this game. That's
pick and roll layup.
That's nice.
Pick and roll layup.
If that had happened at the 8-minute mark, then we might be talking about something. There's 2 minutes left, Angelo, and the Twins are 20.
The problem is that was what gave them all these buckets in the first 3 minutes, and they went away from it for 5 minutes, Kyle. That's what I'm reproaching the Singapore ladies. I'm not saying they would be winning right now, but we wouldn't have an 18-7 score. That's the assessment.
I agree with you. We wouldn't. But Vietnam, they have a way of forcing you out of your system because the points come in bunches and you get a little flustered and you feel like you have to make it into a race. It is a sprint. Look at the quickness on the package received. K. Lee Tao Mi Truong making it 19-7. Minute and 37 left in this one. Oh, that's a travel. Yep, Simple said it. It's as simple as that. 19-7.
I tell you what, you got to live with the consequences of your choices.
It's the coach in you, though. Like, if you're a coach and you're coaching Singapore, you're over there and you haven't lost any passion. You're saying, listen, guys, we got to get some turnovers here, right? We need 3. We need, no, not 3. We need 16 turnovers. And we got to shoot 90% the rest of the way. We can do it. That's the coach in you. I understand.
The hopeful in me, right?
That's the hope in you. I don't want to kill it. I want you to keep that fire lit.
Keep that passion alive.
Keep it ignited. But I'm here to lay down the law of reality.
Well,
it is harsh.
It is harsh because the thing is there's a real talent gap between the two teams. But at the end of the day, you can compensate, at least to a certain extent, that talent gap through strategy.
19-7. There's no talent that could save Singapore at the moment. A country that has gotten nothing but better. No question about it.
Oh, yes, yes.
Since entering this Asia Cup. But I think a learning experience for them because other countries are getting better too. And you're looking at it. You're looking at one of them right now in Vietnam. So, got to continue to develop. Have to continue to invest in 3x3. There's no question about the talent that they have in Singapore. They get a solid, reliable system with the talent that they have. They're going to be a player. But
no, Vietnam right now.
Vietnam is a step ahead. And when you, like, the talent level in Vietnam this year is way above any previous year. So this is a unique situation. And they just have to be victims.
The ball did not touch the rim, Kyle?
I don't know.
It didn't catch no rim, huh? No iron.
I didn't see it. I was texting Cece. And she says, you better listen to me.
I always do.
You just get quiet and you listen.
Listen to Papa. When Papa talks,
that's it.
Papa knows best.
Papa don't take no mess. Papa don't take no mess. You don't know that one.
No, it's James Brown.
Ooh.
But
I see you.
You know who you're talking to. You know who you're talking to.
I'm sorry. Sing you.
Put some respect on my name.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
What means to me.
And who is that?
That's Aretha Franklin.
You almost called her Aretha.
No,
I almost kicked you off the broadcast. I almost kicked you off the broadcast for that. Oh, watch your pockets or your purse.
You have to understand. I got to make an effort to pronounce it properly.
Ooh, step back, wanted some space in the relationship. Doesn't land it. Another try, and it's no good, and poked away. But 45 seconds remain in this one. We are well into the evening here of the first day of the main draw, by the way. So now the games that matter most. Teams are trying to make it to the quarterfinals and compete for one of the top 3 positions. Great positioning on the rebound. But, stop and go to the post office, sister to sister. That connection only disrupted by a foul. That will put Kaylin Tao V. Chuang on the line. The former Gonzaga
Tao Mi.
Bulldog.
Tao Mi.
Tao Mi, that's what I said.
It's Tao V.
Listen, it's very hard to tell them apart. They look exactly the same.
Plus numbers are similar.
I think there's a term for that when they look at they're twins. Okay.
Is that the actual term?
What is that? Give the scientific term. You better do it quick because this free throw is going down. I'm expecting.
Game over.
Yeah. Okay. You didn't do it. They did do it. Another W. Vietnam continue to win. Here in Singapore, that ends the host chances of getting to the quarterfinals. Vietnam are locked in with their first W. They take it from the qualifying draw into the main draw. If they weren't circled on your scouting report before, you should probably do that. They're a tough team.
Well, now they're playing for top seed. And we're going to find out real soon, aren't we?
We will. That'll be figured out later in the day. I'm looking forward to this one. It's Japan and Vietnam is the second to last game of the day.
Yeah.
We get the men in Pool D coming up next. Vietnam and New Zealand. Our first look at the Tall Blacks. We saw Vietnam lose to Qatar earlier, so they'll be playing with a sense of urgency for sure. Enjoy the highlights of this one. We're 4 minutes away from check ball. Again, New Zealand, Vietnam, men's Pool D action on the way from Singapore.